I think they can let the outreach programs slide by a little bit more until we get video cameras in and CIT.
Stacey Kincaid.
Mr. Wolf, I'll start with something you mentioned in your opening statement. How do you think specifically the CIT training can help the sheriff's deputies deal with people with mental health issues, both inside the adult detention center and outside in the course of their normal duties?
Well, thank you for asking that question. First of all, we don't even have to ask why I feel like it's an important role. All we have to do is ask our surrounding jurisdictions in almost the entire country and almost the entire world. Why are they using it? Why do they find it effective? The National Alliance on Mental Illnesses basically said that basically 1 in 4 individuals experience some type of mental illness sometime during a year span. The deputy's role has basically become caretaker for the mentally ill. We've got to increase their training. The CIT training helps deputies recognize symptoms of mental illness, and it helps them basically tend to their needs and de-escalate the problem areas when mentally ill people are going through a crisis. We only have to train 25% of the agency, is basically the model issue. We don't have to send everybody there. Basically, the Fairfax County Police Department is already using it. Alexandria uses it. Alexandria Sheriff's Department uses it. Loudoun County uses it. Loudoun County just got a tremendous grant to increase their training on this program. It's something everybody else in law enforcement believes in. I don't know why the Fairfax County Sheriff is so opposed to it.
All right. And now a rebuttal from Stacey Kincaid, not to exceed 1 minute.
Okay. For someone like my opponent who's never worked in the sheriff's office, we run a model facility and we are nationally accredited. In fact, we received the most recent accreditation approximately 3 weeks ago. In the sheriff's office, we have the Community Services Board, which consists of psychiatrists, psychologists, as well as social workers who work in conjunction with our medical staff and our deputy sheriffs. The CIT model that my opponent speaks of is maybe something very more for the police officers who work on the street in an uncontrolled environment. We do in fact teach it at our academy. However, we are in a controlled environment. We have people around all the time. Again, we run a model facility. We've got a variety of resources. We always look to improve our training, and we work very well, especially those deputies that are assigned to the mental health units receive extensive and additional training.
Does the department need to do more training on how to interact with folks who may be mentally ill?
Well, the sheriff acknowledges that yes, more training is needed. The statistics on this are very interesting because about 1 in 3 female inmates suffers from mental illness. So this is something that sheriff's deputies obviously need to understand how to deal with people with mental illness. I asked the sheriff about a specialized kind of training known as crisis intervention team training. This is the kind of training that allows police officers and sheriff's deputies to know how to deal with people who have mental illness. Her response was really interesting because I asked her if she had a specific goal, like for example, 100% of her deputies having this training, and she answered the question this way.
I'm not sure I'd like to see 100%. I mean, I want my deputies to be trained. What I would really like is to have a facility where individuals that have mental illness are not dumped off at my jail.
Did I hear that correctly? People with mental illnesses are, as she characterized it, dumped at the county jail. Is this